Can you provide an update of the polarities on Earth and an update on when the final cleansing will occur?
Okay, so Todd wants that same view he had before. All right, so we're looking at the planet. We're looking at the polarities, and it's looking like the polarity of positivity is hovering right at 3/4. That is very, very good. In our last session, when we had this discussion, I think we said not quite 2/3, more than half, but not quite 2/3. So you've come from that far to almost 3/4. It's hovering. We can see the 3/4 line, and it's kind of like underneath, and it's kind of bumping up to 3/4 and going back down and bumping up to 3/4. That is very good. That is very impressive. There's a lot of work that is occurring on this planet that is removing the negativity and the polarities. It is not going to be very much longer. And this is what we talked about, why we needed to push the book through, and we pushed it through to get it done faster, because things are shifting quickly here, and the tide is almost turned. Well, the tide is already turned, or you wouldn't be at 3/4%. But the wave is almost here. The removal of polarity is very close, and everyone can feel it. The people that are awakened are all talking about it, and it's coming. It's very soon. He'll wait. He wants to see it. Okay, so when he was little. Okay, so when he was little, he used to have this recurring dream, and it would scare him. He thought it was a nightmare. Okay, where it felt like, so imagine yourself looking at a rug. You're looking at the edge of a rug, and it's loose. There's nothing holding it. It's just a rug, and it's maybe 10 feet long and 4 or 5 feet wide. And you have the edge of the rug at your eye. Now imagine that someone on the other end took that rug and inserted a wave into it. They just picked it up and floop, and the wave comes rolling at you, and you can see this rug with this huge wave. It's coming at you, and you're looking at it with your eye as this wave is coming toward you. And as this wave is coming toward you, imagine the rug is dirty. And as the wave is coming toward you, you're watching all this dirt fly off of this rug up into the air. This is what's coming for Earth. This wave is it's going to come from your energy star, as Todd has indicated in some of his postings, and it's going to impact the atmosphere of the Earth. And if you looked at the atmosphere of the Earth as if you were looking at this rug, you would see this wave action rolling across the planet, and as this wave hits the planet and comes across the planet, all of the negativity is going to fly up as if it was dirt on a dirty carpet as this person hit it with a wave. He has been having this dream. He didn't know what it was until just now. He's really happy. But he's been having this dream since he was 6 years old, and it used to scare him. But this is what's coming, and this is the wave, and it will all be gone. And a lot of people, these people that are going to these movies and watching all of this conflict with polarity, a lot of your movies are all about polarity and the fight between good and evil and the this and the that, and there's always a fight. And a lot of people have a hard time conceptualizing, well, what is it going to be like when polarity is not here anymore? Aren't we going to miss it? I mean, how are we going to act? Because there's so much of it. Well, really, there's not as much of it as you think. It's just that the polarity that does still exist is being broadcast very, very, very hard and very all the time. Any little bit of polarity that occurs, they're throwing it out there because they're trying to get a fear response. But the reality is that this planet is going to be so much better. Imagine that no one wants more than the other. Everyone cares about everyone else. If you don't want anyone homeless on the street with their hand out. You don't want to be the person that's trying to pull all of the money off of the table and put it in your pocket, because that concept is foreign to you. You don't want that in your pocket. That's separation. You want everyone to be happy. You want everyone to be just like you. You don't want to see sadness or lack. This is what's going to happen when polarity is gone. And this planet is going to change from 1 second to the next. As soon as this wave comes through, and it's done. Done, just like that. Like a dirty carpet with the dirt flying off into space. All gone. Next question.
Okay. Are there any negative collectives still fighting beyond Earth?
Very few. Very, very few. The only negativity that's left beyond this planet is a negativity that can no longer self-reconcile. And they are fighting, as we have said before, they are fighting for their last breaths in a compartment that is filling with water. And if you're in a ship and it's going down, and you're in a compartment and it has air in it, as the water comes in, you are going to gasp that last little breath. There's one last little tiny bit of air in the corner, and you're going to fight for it. And there's nothing you can do about it. That is just what you do. You know that death comes after that breath, but you don't care. You're still going to take that last breath, and you're going to fight for it. This is what they're doing. They're fighting for their last little breaths. What they don't understand in their limited consciousness is there's no real death. They're not going to die. They're going to lose all of those negative experiences that they contain, and they're going to be recycled, and they're going to come back as a third density consciousness that's going to move forward without negativity. They're going to be considerably better off without the polarity, because they're in a dead end, and they can't get out, and they'd rather live on this dead end street in the darkness than turn around and come back into the light, because they've lost their way. They don't know how to get off the dead end street. There are very few. There is nothing to be concerned about. We don't want to talk about where they are. That's the next question. We're not telling you. It doesn't matter. It's not important. There are very few. They're almost gone. This is almost over. And we're all about to move on in a beautiful new existence. Next question.